welcome to another episode of How Many Tabs Are Open on Mr. Johnson's Computer. His setup today shows one, so we'll just say one. Alright, so today we are looking at two pictures. One is labeled, one is not, and one has been marked off into square units, and one has not. So, real quick, let's just review some stuff from yesterday. First off, perimeter and area. All right. So remember, if we're talking about a rectangle, the perimeter is the outside, what the distance is around the whole thing, and then the area is all the space on the inside. All right. So um, when we talk about the outside, we're talking about just units in general. So for instance, if I'm using the measurements from over here, 5 units, and over here is 3 units. And units will turn into things like inches, centimeters, meters. Um, but right now they're just starting you off with basic units. That's like a generic measurement. So they're not being specific about centimeters or inches. They're just saying units. All right. So perimeter. If we're trying to find the perimeter, what we're going to do is the perimeter is equal to two side lengths plus two widths. Oh, okay, sorry about that. All right, so let me shrink this down so I can fit it all. All right, so that's an L. Two side lengths plus two widths. All right, and this is the formula that you'll find on your star cheat sheet. Okay, so basically all we have to do is we say perimeter is equal to 2, and then we plug in whatever our L is. So L is our length, and width is going to be 3 units. So our length is 5 plus 2, and then our width is 3. So now we're looking at perimeter is equal to 2 times 5 plus 2 times 3. So perimeter is equal to 10 plus 6. Our perimeter is equal to 16 units. All right. So we also need to find the area. If we're looking for area, let me do this in the blue. Our area is going to be length times width. All right. So if I plug in my length times width, my area, my length was 5, my width was 3. So my area is 15 square units. And when I say 15 square units, that's why we're looking at the picture on the right. All right, because what we need to do is basically we're going to split this into 5 units, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units across for my length, and then 3 units wide for my width. And if you look, you can barely see my 1, but 5 times 3, our answer was 15 units, right? 15 square units. So let's go ahead and count how many square units you see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So basically what we found out is our picture on the left has labels, and our picture on the right has been divided into the square units. So the picture on the left can help us find perimeter or area, and the picture on the right is already showing us the area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 square units. And when we multiplied 5 times 3, we got 15. So these are basically two different representations of the same thing. So let's talk about it. Remember, use all 4 discussion stems to get full credit. So use the wondering as well, and use the wondering about math and about these pictures. So extend your thinking. Once again, if you say I wonder nothing, if you say I wonder math things, if you say no wondering at all, you're not going to get that full credit. All right. So I notice, and we're going over all the stems right here, so you can even borrow one of my wonderings. So I noticed that we're looking at 2 different rectangles. I noticed that we are looking at a labeled rectangle and a non-labeled rectangle. So Why are they the same? They're the same because they're both 3 by 5 units. They're the same because they have because they are the same. They're the same shape. They're both rectangles. They're the same size. 3 units by 5 units. They are different because one is labeled using words and numbers, and one has just been split into the units. So one shows us the side lengths, and one we have to count the side lengths. 5 units over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 units over here, 1, 2, 3. So the one on the left is labeled, the one on the right is just separated into the units already. All right, and then finally, I wonder if we're supposed to be finding the area for this. I wonder if we're supposed to be finding the perimeter for this. I wonder if the area and the perimeter are the same. If we use our formulas, yes, the area and the perimeter are the same. Remember that you can also use the perimeter of just adding. So 3 plus 5 plus 3 plus 5. 3 plus 5 plus 3 plus 5 is still 16. So other things that you may wonder is you may wonder if we have to split up the one with the labels into the units like we did over here. You might wonder if it's easier to use splitting up the units in pictures or use the formulas. I would say get used to the formulas because they could give you some really big rectangles in the future. So that's a bunch of different wonderings. If you just missed those, rewind a little bit. But so um, I wonder why the one on the right reminds me of an array, and the one on the left just has labels. I wonder when we'll move to centimeters or inches or meters instead of just using generic units. These are all things that you could wonder. And if you have another wondering, just go ahead and ask it. I'm trying my best to answer all of y'all's wonderings in the feedback section. So if you've asked a wondering recently, go to the feedback section, check it out. Please don't use the same wondering every day because I am going through there and answering them. So if it's the same question every day, it shows me that you might not be checking your feedback. So all right, I think that's it. So this is video 1 of 2, and I'll see you on the next one. And yeah, okay. I'll see you later. Bye.